So my process for editing is just a wee bit chaotic. Don't let her lie to you, I'm completely organized. A lot of YouTubers have multiple stages when they're editing. They may have the rough cut where they edit out heavy breathing and whatever else. Then they go through and add text, and then again for effects. And it's basically a process that continues on and on and on and on. But me, on the other hand, I do everything at once. Before I show you how I edit, you probably need to know what equipment I use. I use the iPad Pro 2021. It's the 12.9 inch and the second generation Apple Pencil. And I use LumaFusion to do my thumbnails as a bonus. I use Procreate. The first step is obviously going to be importing your clips. Depending on where I filmed my video, I will either import directly from my photos or from an SD card. If I'm editing a vlog, I most likely filmed it on my phone. And since I edit on my iPad now, it automatically syncs over iCloud. Any other type of video I record on my camera, my DSLR. Next, children, is my conglomerated editing process. I see a lot of YouTubers saying that they have hours of footage to edit. No, baby. The most I will ever have is 30 minutes of footage, maybe. I don't record unnecessary footage. I don't leave my camera running. And let me tell you, that helps a lot. If I wanted to start my video with a montage, I will go ahead and add in the clips to my timeline in LumaFusion. And go ahead and edit that all the way through before I move on. So my process goes something like this. I will add 1 to 3 clips into my timeline at a time, depending on the length. Then I'll watch the video and cut out the dead air and whatever I don't want to include into the video. When I notice an opportunity for text or effects, I go ahead and add it right then, right there. I add them right then, right there. And what's cool about LumaFusion is that you don't have to keyframe everything by hand. They have preset motion effects. So all you have to do is select the clip and tap the effect. And that is the feature that I use to add effects, unless I want it to zoom in a very specific way, or if I want a motion or an effect to work in a specific way, then I will go ahead and keyframe it myself. Most of the time I'll go ahead and add in the music while I'm doing everything else. If you haven't noticed, in my videos, if there's something funny that I say, or maybe like there's something weird happening, I cut the music, let the funny part happen so there's more emphasis, and then I go ahead and add the music back in. After I finish editing, I watch the video all the way through and fix any mistakes. If there's like a slow, boring part, I'll add something or just cut clips out. Here's a pro tip for your ear holes. If you want high audience retention, try to always keep something on the screen changing and moving, and watch your audience retention soar where the eagles fly. And that is the short, sweet, simple rundown of how I edit my YouTube videos in LumaFusion. For the real ones who have stuck around, I have allowed you to enter the arguably most private spaces a human being can have. My bed.
My mom! Get out!
This is where I spend 90% of my existence. Welcome. Let us enter my iPad. For text, just add the title. This is a message. Right her. Yes, it is. And then I go to my go-to font, which right now is Futura. And then I resize it, move it around. Right her. Yes. If I need a transition, so in LumaFusion, it's a little bit weird. So wherever you want the transition to end, that's where you're going to press your time bar thingy. And then plus transition, and it adds it on. If you want to change the type of transition, select it and then go to the star thing right here, and you can change to whatever type of transition you want it to be. As you can see, for the music, I have my beats, stuff that I made, so that I don't get copyrighted at any point in time. I do use thematic whenever I don't want to use my 5 songs that I made. Yeah, I keep my editing pretty simple. If I want to add in an effect or anything, I have an effects folder. For example, the bruh sound effect. Just drag it in right there, and as you can see, by the wave crabs is right there. If you want to know how YouTubers add screens in like this, for example, you just need to download a solid background or a picture and then put it in between or on top of the video clip if you want to be talking in the background, and then you add the text on top of that, and then you'll have like something that looks like that. Ideally, this would be here. You would have something that looks like that. My editing is super simple. I don't use masks or anything in my videos at the moment. If I needed to add something like that, that's what I used to do in Premiere Pro, and I don't have Premiere Pro right now. And LumaFusion, I want to say, is ideally used for fancy crap like that. But if you want to know how YouTubers do outros like this, so mine I actually made in Procreate. I just drew it on there, and then I just inserted it as it's a JPG, and then I put the music underneath. And when I upload it to YouTube, I add my subscribe head avatar thing right there. I put the best for the viewer video thingy right here. And that is the simple rundown on how I edit my videos. If you want to know anything more specific, I would suggest you look up tutorials, because that's how I learned to edit videos. Like on my other channel, I have this weird glitch effect, and I learned how to do that by watching other videos. I did not make that in LumaFusion. I made it in After Effects. So beware, you might need some fancier software if you want something fancy. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you for entering my personal bubble space. I have fun hanging out with you, but I must admit that I do feel a little bit violated. But it's all good and dandy, you know? I do it for the sake of the people. Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.